Hi Nassar, how you doing? You just got timed out. Timed out from what? Yeah, you don't want to say that. That's not a good idea, mate. Thanks for hopping on the stream. You're actually the first person who's ever viewed my stream, so welcome. Yeah, I think you just have to be careful, even with emojis. You don't want to be saying the wrong thing and get timed out for a lot of different things. What are you doing anyway? You playing 2004Scape? Nice one. Where are you doing that? No, there's some good skeletons just outside Elvark's lair, right? Maybe you're there. Welcome to the stream, guys. Come say hello. Don't know what to talk about. Help me out. Just decided to yeah, come to the crafting guild, collect some cow hides. I know Index shared this method before. Just yeah, collect cow hides, go straight into the crafting guild, tanning them, and then immediately crafting them, selling them at Remington. The main goal really for me is 40 ranged at the minute, but doesn't hurt to get some crafting levels at the same time. I've been killing cows at Valley East or south of Valley even, and then banking the hides and making them in Alcarid. But this, I think, is just a much nicer way. Don't have to bank, and yeah, should really speed up the leveling. How's the quality of my mic, guys? I never know how good it might be. Nice one. Yeah, I'm using I don't have a proper mic. I'm using my AirPods Pro, and I actually dropped them in Curry like a few months ago. And so whenever I'm working, I work from home and jump on Zoom. People are like, "I can't hear what you're saying. Can't hear what you're saying." And I always just say, "Oh, it's because I dropped my AirPods in Curry." But sounds like you can hear me okay. So $4 extra mics are decent. Yeah, yeah. I do want to get a proper mic because whenever I'm recording a video, I just play back the sound, and then all I do is, I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube, so obviously people have got really sick mics, and I just compare it to that, and I'm like, oh my god, like you can hear like background echoes and all that kind of stuff. I just want to be able to eliminate that. That'd be really nice. problem is the room I'm in is it's a new house, um, so the room is like empty, and so there's so many echoes. Yeah, I might jump in the disc voice chat later. Just trying out this streaming for now. To be honest, I'm sure I could jump in the voice chat and bring you on stream, but I've just downloaded OBS and I don't want to like risk um, messing up the setup because it's like I'm just completely new to this. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. It's a miracle I even set it up. Is the How loud is the background sounds on the game itself? Is it annoying? There was music playing a second ago, game music, but I don't want that to be too annoying. All right, that's the first full inventory of cowhides. Let's go test this out. I think the tanner's upstairs. I think of all the features I miss from more modern RuneScape, it's probably the ability to remove the roofs. Like I know in low detail, we don't actually have roofs. You can, like for example, like if I was in low detail, the roof wouldn't be here. And in the modern versions of the game, you can toggle the roof on and off, even in high detail. But it's just so annoying because you can't really click inside unless you are nearby. All right, so it's supposed to tan the hides and then run to Rimington um, and craft them as I go. Rimington is this way, right? I could drop these. I think it's worth selling them for me right now. My cash stack is so low. 600 GP from that. I think once there's a bunch in the shop though, they end up costing like barely anything. But yeah, every little helps. Do cows till 30 like me? 30 what? I'm already 30 everything. I just want to get 40 range, but boost crafting at the same time. Do hobgoblins and hill giants for bones. Yeah, I'm not really training for. It's just like, dude, go hobgoblins. Yeah, no, it's more because I want crafting experience at the same time. It's not that I'm just specifically training on cows. Obviously, there's way better places to train if I just want to train range, but I don't have much money to pay for cow hides. I've literally got like 5K and I'll get maybe like 50 cow hides. And I want to train crafting. So Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just do this till 40 ranged, and then I think I might do the other combat stats again, go back to hill giants or something, or maybe even hobgoblins. I know hobgoblins are good for limp work routes, right? Do they drop much else? I think it's actually nearly time for me to head to Moss Giants. I've not been there yet. I was watching Hurley's stream, and he's been camping them for weeks, but his defense is pretty high. Mine's only 50, so I think I wouldn't last much time at Moss Giants just yet, but I think around maybe 55, 60 defense. There we go, 36 ranged. Yeah, around 55 defense. Might make my way to Moss Giants, get some prayer experience. I really want to get to 43 prayer before members is released. Not long now, 9 days. Yeah, like I said before, I was training at cows in Falador, just south of Falador, and number one, there's always loads of people there, and number two, the cows are just more spread apart. So like you just end up running out of run energy. You're like chasing. If you're ranging, you like there's further to run to get your arrows. But yeah, it's pain. But this is rapid. This is so good. If anyone's familiar with running OBS, do you know if there's a way to keep like the live chat, um, my view of the live chat always like on top or present because it's like it only seems to the live chat only seems to be there if I've got the window in focus, like the OBS window. And obviously, when I click RuneScape, the live chat disappears. Um, yeah, don't know why that is. It's strange. A few people watching. What are you guys doing? You playing the game 2004Scape? these bronze arrows, they're so expensive. Like I feel like I'm going through them rapidly, and like as someone with extremely low cash stack, like it's surprisingly expensive. I don't pick up every arrow because it's just such a pain to do. But on the other hand, it's like if I don't pick them up, I just need to spend more of my precious cash stack. I've got actually I've got 3.1k U-logs stocked up in the bank, and I could sell them like for 170, maybe 180 each. I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to sell my U-logs because my plan for the U-logs is to kind of get 70 fletching when members comes out. I don't know if I'll rush it, but the plan is to get 70 fletching. Once I have 70 fletching, I can alch, craft the U-logs into U-longbows, and then U-longbows are, excuse me, U-longbows are worth 768 gold each. So my 3k stack of U-logs will alch, the alch value is basically 2.2 mil. So I do want to do a bunch of rune crafting. I need to get 44 rune crafting, but assuming I can do that and then craft the nature runes I need, it's just like a huge stack of cash. I know a lot of people are thinking the same thing. Like I know a bunch of people with stacks of U-logs, but yeah, like that's why I don't want to sell the U-logs because like selling them 170 each versus potentially getting 768 each in 2 weeks. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys got ideas for making cash. Why am I back here? I need to let me craft these and sell them in Remington again. Hey, shoe 9329. Cat in a box emoji. I like it. How you doing, shoe? Hey, Carsten. How you doing, man? Nice one, shoe. She's actually shoe 9329 is a friend of mine from school. Known him for how long have I known you, shoe? 17 years, 16 years, something like that. Good to see you here. Good to have your support, man. And Carsten, good to see you too. What are you up to? Are you playing the game? I'm just yeah. My goal right now is to get to 40 ranged. Um, I'm really close to a prayer level. I am at cows though, so quite a few cows I need to clear. But on the way to 40 ranged, I might actually get that prayer level, and then with those range levels, hopefully get a couple of crafting levels. Not too far off the next crafting level. My wood cutting is crazy. Yeah, I've been got 71 wood cutting. I work from home, so I often just have not old school, 2004Scape off at the side, just cutting yew trees. Um, like it's fairly AFKable, so click every like 90 seconds before the log out timer. But um, I don't know, like I've got like just over 3k U logs, so I'm going to convert those into. I was just saying, convert those into U longbows at some point and then out them. So it's like 2 mil cash. Yes, so looking forward to members. 40 Rangers, great, yeah. No more leather gear. Yeah, for sure. I'm just looking forward to that. Green d'hide. Honestly, I just want the d'hide van braces before I go to Moss Giants, just for like the very minor defense bonus. But also, I just feel like such a noob, like walking around in like leather gloves or these shitty leather van braces. Oh yeah, don't lose your axe. Yesterday, actually, it's going to be my next progress video, but yeah, I was just AFK, and like usually I'll be I'm very diligent, so I'll log out, and if I'm going to the toilet or something like that, right? But this time I went downstairs, went to the bathroom, come back upstairs, and then my axe is broken. Of course, it's like the one time I don't log out, my axe is broken. Um, so yeah, That's a lesson learned. It's not as bad as dying to Elvarg like I did, but yeah, yeah, always that one time you chance it for sure. It's easy enough to repair though. Back to Bob's axes in Lugbridge, 500 GP, easy peasy. What are you working on, Carsten, now anyway? Just finished a skill and grind, moved over to combat. Nice. Yeah, combat is chill, right? Like I was just whilst I was woodcutting today and working at the same time, I also had Hurley's stream on, and he's just killing moss giants. Just looks so chill. Like, I think probably killing moss giants is more AFK than cutting U logs. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's just I feel like I want to get my so these are my stats. I want to get my stats up to firstly like the levels needed for members quest. I'm pretty close to doing that, but also I just want to get 44 rune crafting, um, and it's just so it just feels so, like that is such a grind. I hate rune crafting. um, I've been just before I came here, I was at Falador East Cows, and on the way to the cows, I was like crafting air runes, but it's like you're doing it so infrequently, it's still really slow. So I'm just now. I've also swapped to doing genie lamps onto the rune crafting because I can't do it. Um, but yeah, like I was just watching Hurley. It seems so AFKable. So I think given that I'm AFK during the workday, I might just switch over to combat. I think before I go to Master Giants, they probably like me 55 defense. All right, man. Yeah, cool. 7 viewers, guys. How you all doing? Welcome. It's my first stream. Don't really know what I'm doing. Welcome back, Carsten. What do you think? What's an appropriate level to go to Moss Giants? Like, am I gonna do okay with 50 defense? I think it's not quite high enough yet. Excuse me. Do I have rune? I have a rune full helm and a rune plate skirt. Couldn't afford the legs, so I've ended up with a skirt. But as you might know, I lost my Addy plate body. I can't really afford a rune chain. I know chain bodies are better for giants, so I was thinking of getting a rune chain. If you've got a rune chain, legs, helm, then you're all fine with 50. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I just need to. I really don't want to sell my U-logs. I was saying this earlier. I could easily afford a rune chain if I sold my U-logs, but I just don't want to do that. So I've got some nature runes. I might sell those and then be able to get the rune chain. Um, what about shield? Do you think Addy kite will be okay? I can't. I just obviously can't afford like a rune kite shield. Obviously, there's a chance I could afford a rune square shield, but is it worth the upgrade over a rune kite? Sorry, Addy kite. Addy is fine. Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, it's insane how expensive the kite shields are. 200k. Like, I don't think I've ever had 200k. I joined the game maybe it's probably a couple of weeks after release, so the prices started coming down for a lot of key items. Like um, Hey Harry GM, welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome. It's my first stream. How are you doing? Square's a small upgrade over Addy, so I just rock Addy. Yeah, that sounds like the way to go, honestly. With the prices of all the rune equipment slowly coming down, it just feels like, and for me at least, with cash being so tight, I just don't want to drop all that cash on a rune square. Oh, Netherlands, a QPW, nice little penis there. That's what we like to see. Um, Harry, doing well. How's it going? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Just trying out this streaming for the first time. I'm just having a bit of fun chatting with you guys. Breaks up the grind a little bit. Um, yeah, I was making some updates on my latest progress video earlier. But yeah, today's been a busy day at work, so I've just been AFK at U Trees. But yeah, I was just speaking to Carsten about potential combat grinds coming up, maybe swapping to Moss Giants during the workday instead. What are you working on, Harry? Currently rune crafting, but almost out of essence. Yeah. What's your rune crafting level now? Hey, Mazerath. How you doing? Mazerath? Mazerath? How do I pronounce it? Mazerath? Literally just hit 27 rune crafting again for 44, then using all the runes to go for 66 magic. Then all my goals are done. Nice one. Is that the plan for between now and members, or is that kind of like a longer term plan, Harry? At 27 to 44, I was just saying to Carsten, like, the rune crafting grind is such a chore. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, that's the plan pre-members. Yeah, well, good for you, man. That's awesome. I'm gonna try for it because I want 44 rune crafting, so I can obviously make my own natures, and then I've got a stack of U logs I want to convert to longbows, and then finally have I should have like 2 mil cash after alching all those. Mazeras doing some fire making. Cool, cool. Oh, look at Mazerow showing off, mate. RC is easy. I have 55. Wow, that's a good effort, man. Carsten, yeah, that's a good point. Nature Talisman, that's going to be not. I don't know. Like, it depends. If people are really grinding them, they should come into come into existence fairly quickly if there's a lot of people playing. And so, yeah, I think they'll be expensive though. I was talking to Garlic on his stream yesterday. We're trying to see, like, think how much would the first nature tally cost. I was like, if it costs 100k, it's probably worth buying. Like, if someone sells it for 100k, because you can make that back quite quickly, crafting nature runes. But you know, 500k, that's probably a bit too much. But there's some really crazy people here, so you never know. Harry hit 70 mining last night. Plan is to sell coal to buy essence, but prices are so bad at the moment. Yeah, coal's come down a bit. Coal has come down. Yeah, first 1 to 2 weeks, nature talisman it'll be expensive. I don't know about overpriced because I do think the question is, will the demand for nature runes keep up with the supply? I think obviously the nature talisman's a natural barrier to entry, so we're not going to get flooded with nature runes. And with fletching coming in, we're going to have a higher demand for nature runes. So I think the nature prices will stay okay, and therefore it justifies, if you have 44 rune crafting or higher, it kind of justifies paying more for a nature talisman. Fire giants will be printing nature talismans and a few other mobs. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. So I was looking at drops from fire giants. I didn't realize until today that fire giants have a potential to drop the dragon med helm. I thought it was just KBD, but no, apparently fire giants can. So I understand now why everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to camp fire giants." I thought it was just to farm rune skimmies, but no, DMed. It's unlikely you'll get one, but I think it was like 1 in 16,000 or something. So it's not even. I guess that's not even too bad. 16,000. It's like a few days. Some guy, excuse me, some guy at Hilly's almost died. Couldn't see the green and the HP anymore when he TP'd. Yeah, I got to be careful. This game is harsh. This game is very harsh. Yeah, like you said, there'll be a demand for natures with fletching bringing affordable alks. Yeah, for sure. Did you know you can get stacked out during a TP? I did not know that. That's good to know. Azerath. Fire giants have a lot of good drops. Skims, rune arrows, talismans, demed, and a few other common alkables. Of course, a lot of fire runes. Yeah, there is a lot. You're right. Is it worth the trade-off though of the competition? Like if you've got five, even just like 4 or 5 people per world crowding it, is it worth standing there over doing something else like farming nature runes? Like with at least with nature runes, you've got kind of a consistent, guaranteed income, whereas at fire giants, you kind of not only are you competing, you're also risking like not really getting a decent drop. 29329, harder than Bloodborne. Yeah, RuneScape is a bitch. RuneScape is a bitch. Bloodborne is a very hard game though. I don't think it's going to be worth it, even if you get one giant to yourself. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm going to go to fire giants. I think my focus is going to be on questing initially. Um, like I'm just thinking like broader than just members. My goals are to kind of climb the ranks of the high scores, and I don't think I'll make front page in a very very long time, but like long term that would be awesome. If I could get in the top 100, that'd be really cool. And I think to do that, I think knocking out the quests, avoiding all like the super busy areas, because that it feels like such a waste of time. Like if I'm in an area where everyone's camping, so yeah, knock out those quests and then just carry on the grind for skills. Yeah, I'm going for ranks also. I'm close to the top 250 at the minute. Nice one, man. Nice one. I think my goal this weekend is to get to the top 500. I'm something like 680, 700 now. I'm also grinding ranks. Nice one, Caster. Yeah, there's quite a few. I've noticed it's getting. It didn't take me too long to get in the top 1,000, and from 1,000 to 700, not too bad. But like, I can definitely feel it's getting more difficult. Today marks 2 weeks since I started. Nice one, Mazerath. How many? How often do you guys play? Are you playing quite a lot? I went from 600 to 400 with 50-ish levels. Yeah, it seems about right. I think for me to get in the top 500 now, I need another 30 levels, something like that. 720 total. Austin's grinding a lot since the 7th of March, using the time I got on my hands in a minute. Harry, I think I've played every day for the past 2 weeks. Yeah, same. Mizrath, playing daily after work and sweating on weekends. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of people right now. I was thinking the other day, even today, like, am I just wasting my time playing this game? Like, because at any minute, Jagex could come in and shut the server down. But then I'm having so much fun. So like, even if I lost my account, I think it's not the account I really care about. It's the community and the people. See, they're just so awesome. Like just chatting to you guys, chatting to people in game has been really cool. So that's what I would miss. So I think the fact I'm having fun chatting to cool people is enough for me. Like, so if Jagex close it down, whatever. And Pizzazz raised a good point on the podcast the other day that he was on, that you can always export your game save. So I might start exporting it daily, and then if the server gets shut down, I still have my game save. We could start our own server. Austin's not, you won't keep going hard forever. Yeah, it's hard to go forever, but probably 2 to 3 weeks into P2P and then chill. Yeah, sounds good. Harry's having fun. It's an easy no. I'm not wasting my time. Yeah, that's good to hear. Do you guys play old school RuneScape 3? Like, what do you play? Or was it just 2004Scape at the minute? Carsten, you're 2.2K on LSRS, but don't play. Mainly CS2. Cool. 2.2K, that's a solid effort. I I played old school when it first came out in 2013. I created an account with the same name actually, Paolo. I was lucky to get my first name as my actual RuneScape name. But yeah, I created that account. It was a pure. I got a decent amount of levels, but I just got a bit bored. Like Grand Exchange came out, and it kind of killed it for me. Like the whole 2000 at the time it was called 2007Scape, right? And the whole thing about that was just that era pre GE, pre Grand Exchange was amazing. Like merching and PKing and all sorts, bit of a grind to get stuff. Like I really miss that vibe. And so Grand Exchange coming out not too far into old school kind of killed it, and I never really picked it up too much again. I did make an Iron Man a bit later. It's like a mid level, but again, I just couldn't get into it. And then yeah, this game came about. I'm loving it. It's so good. Like I first joined RuneScape in December 2004. So this is how I really remember it as a kid. I was I think 11 at the time when it came out. I'm 30, 32, 31, 32 now, something like that. Don't even know anymore. Um, but yeah, I absolutely love this era. And slightly after, I think where Slayer comes out up till that point, construction, farming, it's all cool. But as soon as the Grand Exchange comes in, don't like it. Arsenal's going to play again when sailing comes. Mazaraf 2K total main, 1850 iron on RSRS. Yeah, 1850 iron, that's good. Max RS3 pre necro. Dope name. Yeah, thanks, man. Pretty much the same age as me, enjoying similar time. I started summer '04 and I was 11 then. Shu 9329. Lol, I started my junior high in the old Japan back then. Yeah, cool. So Shu 93129 is my one of my best mates. I've known him for 16 years. We met in school. We lived in the same town, but he is. I'm sure he won't mind me saying he's of Russian descent. He lived in Russia for 8 years, then grew up in Japan for 8 years, so from age 8 to 16, and then he moved to the UK into our small town in the East Midlands, and then and I've known him since then. It's been he's such a cool guy, very interesting character, but he's had such an interesting upbringing with those three different cultures. Uh, who's this we're talking about? It's Shu93129 who's in the chat now. He doesn't play RuneScape. He's never played RuneScape. He's just here for support. Mazerath, East Midlands, you live way too close to me. I'm in the West Midlands. Boo! I don't like the West Midlands. No, I'm joking. I recently bought a car in Wolverhampton. It's a good car. It's just the dealership, the people at the dealership were awful. I don't. It was so bad. I just don't want to go back to Wolverhampton ever again. Yes, she's here for moral support. I was worried I wouldn't get a single viewer. This is my first stream, but it's awesome to have you all here, guys. Thanks for joining. I was on Garlic stream and Hurley stream. They're playing music in the background. Hurley was playing some yesterday, and he got like temporarily timed out by YouTube. I just don't understand what the policies are. I know there's like copyright strikes and all that, but yeah, I don't really want to risk it. So I've got the RuneScape music playing in the background. Let me know if that's annoying for you. If you want me to mute it, I will figure out how to play royalty-free music at some point. Garlic also lives close to us. There looks to be a few of us in the Midlands. Yeah, Garlic lives close. Hurley is somewhere in the West Midlands. You could tell by his Brummie slash Wolverhampton accent. He's definitely from that area. Can't do copyrighted stuff. Yeah, that's what I figured. Generally, most music is very dangerous on YouTube. Yeah, they're pretty good at detecting it these days, aren't they? LAN party, anyone? That'd be so cool. I've got in my new house. I'm on the top floor. It's like a big office sort of space. Definitely enough space for a large RuneScape 2004Scape LAN party. If anyone fancies it. I use some OSRS beat songs from the OSRS channel in my vid. Yeah, I've been listening to. It's weird, but when I'm working, I'm a software engineer, and when I'm working, I like to put like lo-fi beats, that kind of stuff on. And there's that OSRS beat staying on Spotify. I really like it. It really helps me focus. I'm like, that would be awesome for background music, but I just don't know. Is that going to get me copyright striked or whatever? 04 Star Roomfest, let's go. Yes. If the game grows much more, and there's so many of us in the UK, we should do it. Why not? I used it and it said no copyright. Okay. Okay. You mean it said no copyright, as in it didn't strike you or anything like that. You could use it. Green check mark on the check. Okay, cool. I think I'll try it with if I do another stream, I'll just play some in the background because even though Hurley got booted offline by YouTube, he was able just to restart the stream and he just played some different music and it was fine. I guess he got a warning, so I could always do that. Yeah, so for those of you who recently joined, I'm just currently training ranged at cows, but this is at the crafting guild, so I'm trying to get some crafting levels at the same time. Just got 40 crafting, so I'm able to do this method now. My goal is 40 ranged, and then I'm going to head back and do some melee stuff. I've not done any combat training for quite some time. I've been focusing mainly on getting my other skills up. I'm not a Brummie though, so don't worry. Good to hear. Good to hear. Where's everyone from then? Carsten, where are you from? Netherlands. Nice. I can't speak Dutch, unfortunately. Was it maybe how are you? Hoe gaat het? Something like that. I can spell it. I have no idea how to pronounce it. You tell me. Hoe gaat het? Yeah, something like that. Probably completely butchered the pronunciation. Pretty good. Okay, thank you. Mazerath said a word. I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to risk saying it. It's probably not a good word. Southeast. Cool, cool. No, Mazerath. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say whatever it is you're saying. Somewhere in Hertfordshire. Shoo, I know exactly where you live. I know exactly where you live. You're a good friend. It's just something funny, not offensive. Okay. Um, I'm still not going to say it. I'm still not going to say it. I know someone in Sheffield. Cool. I went to Sheffield a few weeks ago. That's actually a couple of months ago now. Some cool places there. Went to how would you describe it? It's like a indoor street food place. So lots of different like stalls with food from around the world. Some beer shops as well. The top floor had like a Japanese barbecue, which is where I went. Yeah, pretty cool. Nice vibes. When you can't say that word, it usually means you have a case of ligma. What is ligma? 41 crafting. Yeah, I'm liking this method a bit more. I guess it saves some time because I'm not banking essentially twice. So when I was at South of Valley, what the hell? It basically meant hairy sack. All right, thank you, Mazerath. Thank you for sharing that information. Um, oh God, what was I saying? Yeah, this method feels a bit method of gathering cowhides and crafting is a bit faster, right? Because south of Valley, I need to run to the bank their cowhides, and then eventually I need to go to Alcarid, convert them into tanned leather, and craft them. So I'm essentially skipping one bank run. You can count this run to the Remington shop as one bank run. Um, if I dropped the hides, if I dropped this, because I'm not getting that much cash, it's like 500 per inventory. If I drop them, it'll be so quick. Obviously, the quickest way is buy cowhides, but I have no money. 29329, Ligma Balls. Nice. Nice. ID Crafting Guild from 50 to 55 crafting. Um, what were you doing? Were you doing what I'm doing, or were you doing something slightly different? At cows. Nice. Yeah. Seems good. I don't know if I'll go as high as 55. I know Index has been camping the crafting guild. He's something like 63 crafting, might even be more. He's done it mostly here, but that seems like that's a big grind. I think I'll just wait till members and when I have more cash, then I'll pay for the crafting levels. 63 is nice for green bodies. That's true. That's true. How do you think green dragons are going to be? They're going to be crowded. I think they might be crowded. They're crowded. Harry, I did this method but dropped the bodies. Yeah, I think if I didn't have any cash, sorry, if I had more cash, I might drop the bodies, but I have no cash, so I've got to do it. Hella crowded, best prayer in the game. Yeah, Dragon Bones for sure, best prayer in the game. Um, Green will be packed to Zeph. Yeah, it's also risky, right? You like if you're say collecting, if you're burying the bones and just collecting hides for cash, then you get PK'd on the way back to the bank or something, then that's a waste of a trip. Um, but I guess there's no telly block, right? There's no, the highest spell is 80, telly block's 85, right? So there's no telly block yet. So you could just teleport out quite easily. Obviously, there's green dragons at level. There's less than. There's some in the crater, which is like level 14, and then there's some at like level 30 wilderness. So you can't really teleport from level 30 unless you've got Amulet of Glory. But yeah, without teleblock, it makes it not that bad. It's still very hard to get PK'd because no teleblock, yeah, for sure. I wanted to level for green D'hide, but not going to do it with cows. I'll do it with glass blowing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, glass blowing. What are you going to glass blow, though? I know vials are going to be glass blowable. Is that a right phrase? But I don't think vials give much experience. But vials could be a decent source of cash in the early days of members. How are you going for vials? What level do you need for vials for glass blowing? Someone was on a P2P test server and said there was no West Drags in 13 to 14 Wildy. Really? Vials, 20 odd. 20, yeah, okay. That's not too bad. If it's level 20, I guess the experience won't be crazy bad. And I think cash-wise, it's going to be good. Is there really no dragons and no West Dragons in the Wildy? Level 13, 14. I need to check that. Because that would just leave, I think there's a couple more, right? There's some like northeast in the wilderness around like, I don't know, like level 35. 33. Level 33 to make vials. That's okay. That should be good experience then. I think the 35 Wild AKA Graveyard Drags are the ones that are available. Graveyard Drags, so just north of the graveyard. Isn't that like level 20? It's like, isn't there some, let me look at the world map. I would bring the world map onto the stream, but like I said, first stream, I don't want to break OBS. Don't know how to do it. Yeah, like just between the Lava Maze and Red Dragon Isle, or just east of the Red Dragon Isle, isn't there dragons there? I've been told East and West Drags aren't in yet. Okay, wow. So I guess that means like dragon bones, well, green dragon hide would be quite a scarce resource then, if the supply is really that low in terms of dragons themselves. And I know there was green drags south of Lava Maze, kind of west of where the Rev Cave entrance would have been in OSRS. Yeah, there's definitely some in the deep wilderness, at least there used to be. Just 2000, this early in 2004, it's hard to say. Is anyone going to try the King Black Dragon? I think like you're going to have to do it in basically like teams, right? There's no way, unless you're super high level, there's no way to really solo the KBD. Even with like, I feel like 100 combat, you might struggle. Might be wrong. Just killed a 79 shade random event and got nothing. Unlucky. I remember when I first played, so like I said before, 2000, end of 2004, early 2005, like you could get the shade ribs, right, from the shade, and they were still quite rare. I think they got better prayer bonus and pre-scan, but they look exactly the same as pre-scan. I used to think they would basically be like ghostly robes because on the shade they're see-through, right? Felt like such a scam when I found out like they weren't at all like ghostly robes when you wear them. Shades drop nothing in free to play. Really? Shades drop robes only in free to play, even though the robes can be used in free to play. Wow. Okay. Interesting. What a scam. Yesterday I was doing like speaking of randoms, I was doing a lot of AFKU logs whilst working. I got like 5 tree spirit randoms. Today I did even more woodcutting than yesterday. I didn't get a single one. No randoms at all. I got like well, I got one genie I think, but other than that, I didn't even get like a drunken dwarf or anything. So I don't know what happened there. I'll be right back. All right, cool. No worries, Mazerath. Oh shit, where am I going? Going the wrong way. I forgot to tan these. Jesus. Having too much fun talking with you guys. Is there? Oh no. Is there a shop in the crafting guild? I need some more thread. Hope there's a shop. Not sure. Well, I guess we'll find out in a sec. Look like there's a shop. I'm gonna have to. Where's the nearest crafting shop? Alcarid. If I talk to this guy, does he have anything? Please sell me something. Isn't there some kind of shop in Remington other than general store? Yeah, no wait, Remington. Yeah, I think there is one. I go out of thread. How much XP per inventory is this? Oh, I don't even know. Isn't it something like 40 experience per body? So what's that? Around 1,000? I don't think it might not be that high. Um, I don't know. I'll find out when I get much some more thread. I can check. There we go. Some more thread. In old school and in RuneScape 3, there's a isn't there like an arrow shop here? There's a shop in there. It's empty at the minute. Yeah, yeah, I thought so. Okay, let's check how much. So I'm on 319, 354. So what's that? 35 experience per, and I'm doing about 25. Is it 25? Yeah, 25. So 875 experience per inventory, and then how many cows? So 25 cows times 8 hit points times 4 experience. Yeah, 800 experience in combat as well for range and obviously some hit points. So per inventory, it's like barely 2k experience overall. It's not amazing, but when you're desperate for cash, it's like it's all you can do. What am I doing? I need to sell this stuff. You know what? I'll just drop it. Fuck it. I did 1k gold/silver. Took ages to mine. Wow. Where did you do that? Did you mine it at the crafting guild or did you do it somewhere else? Mine at crafting guilds. Runecraft Air's on the way there. Yeah, that's good. That's a good shout. I might do the same. I think I want to collect up some gold. I guess I could do it here. I've been doing. I'm just going in the wrong direction every single time. What am I doing? I've been having quite a large beer throughout the stream. It's starting to take effect. 1k gold necklaces made me 180k GP. Where did you sell them at the jewelry store? That they give you 180 each? Up to a player. Okay. Why would they want gold necklaces? They hack them. Okay. And how much do they hack for? 300. Okay. Fair enough. Didn't know that. Time to get my 660 Asahi. Asahi is a good beer shoe. Cheers. On K symbols was only 40k GP. Yeah, I guess it's not as good. But I think smelting and crafting stuff, it's not like super slow, is it? It's like at least you get some experience from it. 50 experience each, yeah, that's good. That is good. It's good to you could just get some cash and experience at the same time. That's always nice, especially in these early levels. We back. Welcome back, Mazerath. Welcome back. One more fire making level to go. Nice. What's your fire making level now? $59. Nice. Did you buy the logs or did you work at them yourself? Found a somewhat hidden moneymaker. Okay, Carsten, tell us. Spill the beans. Wood cutting, sir. I got 60 wood cutting. Nice, well done. Good stuff, man. I've got like, I think 3k willow logs banked. I don't know whether to save them for fletching or fire make them. I think I'm going to save them. And I might even just chop like 10k more willows just to get me to the right fletching level to be able to hack my new logs. Northeast Wildy, you can telegraph nature runes for an average 1 law per 3.5 nats. 1 law is 575, nature is 270 to 300 each. Northeast Wildy? What? Where? Oh, aren't they like across the lava or something? Yeah, there's an island. With nature spawns 3 to 4 each. Wow, okay. Yeah, I do remember that actually. That's a good point. But you are you have like by that method. Oh, 42 prayer at cows. That is incredible. Hey, and 63 combat. Um, that is a good method, Carsten, because you're basically tripling your money, but you're also risking you get killed once, you lose your entire stack of runes. I went there was 20 laws, took back 70 natures. Yeah, I would say keep the method secret. Don't tell any more people. Probably not the best idea to share it on a stream, but as long as it remains quiet, then it's relatively low risk, I guess. I'm going to chop so many maple trees in Sears Village. Nice one, Echo Maton. Welcome to the stream as well. How you doing? I don't mind. People can have at it. Have at it. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. You know what I was doing today? Yesterday, last night. I was at. It's going to be my latest progress video, but I've been doing mining, training some mining at the coal deposits just north of the mined altar. So it's like level, what was it, like level 8 wilderness or something like that. And my method is run from Edgefield Bank to the mined altar, craft mined runes, and then run north to the coal. And the coal is all right next to each other, and there's literally, I didn't see a single person. I went from 50 to 52 mining, so it took a few hours. Didn't see a single person, and it's really quick. Like, I've seen mining guilds, when you could go there and it's completely full. And so, yes, it's close to the bank, but you're limited by the number of people there. Whereas, yeah, the wilderness spot, it's a bit more dangerous, but yes, you can craft mine runes and you get the coal. So it seemed good. It got me quite quickly to level 52. That's a nice one if you don't have 60 mining yet. Yeah, for sure. I think if I do go to the mining guild, I'll probably do it European morning hours. It seems that's probably like the quietest time, right? Americans have just gone to sleep, and so it seems like a good time to do it. Keston, I know someone that does that, but they also say spot Greater Demon while waiting for respawns. It's a good idea. I guess it's not far from there, is it? I've not seen many people in the wilderness yet. Yeah, you see the odd person walking around, but I think the risk is still fairly low. I've not actually seen any PKers. I've seen people doing it on videos, but not seen anyone actually fighting in the wilderness yet. People are too busy grinding. I do look forward to being like base 80 melee stats or high range and doing some like clan wars in the wilderness. I'm not in a clan yet, but when I join one, that should be fun. Bring back some memories. How far am I from 40 range? Still a little bit to go. Gonna get me some sweet dragon hide. Some nice fan braces. How much better is a rune chain body compared to a dragonhide body? It's like it is way better, right, for like giants. Because could I just get away with like a green dragonhide body instead of a rune chain? I really don't want to spend my money. I'm so cheap. Rune chain is best in slot for giants. Yeah, I know. It's just, do I have 50? Is it 50k? I don't have 50k. I could get 50k, but it just seems like a lot of money to spend. '24 versus 78 crush defense. Yeah, I can't justify them doing that. I guess like Addy chain, just buy an Addy chain. Yeah, maybe an Addy chain. I'll give an Addy chain a go. If it doesn't work, then I can always upgrade it. But yeah, Addy chain 61. That seems good. If I get a bit higher defense, then I think Moss Giants, I might have shorter trips, but at least I'm not spending 50k on the rune chain. I've been using Addy Plate and Legs, Myth Square, and Room Med for all my stats so far. Nice. Love it. Rune Chain will be best in slot of Fire Giants. That's crazy. I guess is there no better armor than Rune in members at this stage? Obviously, there's Dragon Medhelm, but other than that, Dragon Square Shield, which will be insanely rare. But what else is there? No D Chain. Yeah, D Chain comes out with Calfight Queen, which is later in the year. Um, Dragon Legs come out. Is it early 2005, something like that? And then Barrows is later. It's just Rune right now. Yeah. Only D-Med, Glory, D-Square, Dragon Battle Axe, Dragon Long, Dragon Dagger, Dragon Spear, maybe. Yeah. Oh, I wonder who's going to get the first Dragon Square Shield. First Dragon Medhelm as well. I think the Square Shield's going to be rarer, right? It's like a really rare drop. Like Shield Half is a really rare drop from the rare drop table. Dragon Mace, Steel slash Clank Gauntlets, and Glory will be some upgrades too. That's true. Square is 750k payment plus rare. Don't you need like a smithing level to craft it, or you can just pay to do it? $60 smithing. Okay, yeah, I think that sounds about right. 60 smithing for a D Dragon Square. 60, yes, yeah. So yeah, it's just going to be so cool to see those first people with the D-Med and D-Square. Does anyone remember? I don't know when everyone joined. Some people said they joined 2004, stuff like that. But like when skill capes first came out, for example, was that what late 2005, early 2006, something? And like I was a kid, I was like 12, 13, and I just follow random people who I'd see with a skill cape, like please show the emote, please. Like you'd beg them just to see the emote because you'd never seen it before. And like just everyone would be following them. Yeah, emote clocks, exactly. Oh man, good times. It's so cool. Like obviously the people playing 2004 Scape, I say for the most part, probably actually played 20 years ago. For a game to hold people's attention for 20 years, that is incredible. That is incredible. Like the longevity of this game to be able to hold a place in people's like minds for so long. That's so cool. Welcome to the stream, everyone. 12 people viewing. It's my first stream. I didn't expect that many people to be watching, so um, thanks for coming. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Let me know if you have any feedback. I don't really know what to talk about, so just kind of like rambling, but it's good to chat to you guys. It really breaks up this training, honestly. Such a grind, just killing cows. But yeah, so much better just to chat to people. Gower Brothers made something special. Yeah, I wonder if at the time how they felt making the game. It was like I think they're making it out of like were they making it out of like love? They actually really loved it, or was it? Did they feel like stressed out about making that beyond a certain point? Like like there was probably a lot of pressure on them to deliver it when they started growing. But they did such a good job. I wonder what they feel like now though, looking back on the game, and I wonder what they think about 2004 Scape specifically. You see that maybe the mic a bit echo, like you're in a hallway. Yeah, I'm in an empty office. I'm in a new house. Well, I've lived here 6 months, but the house is still kind of empty, and so there's a lot of the room's quite huge. Ceiling is like 4 meters high, so there's just so much echo. I'm using just AirPods as well as my mic. It's not ideal. I'm gonna go to the store on the weekend and see if I can find a good microphone. But that's some good feedback. Damn, haha, nice house you got. Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty cool. I used to live in a very small apartment in London. It was 100. The building was 120 years old, and the roof basically. I lived in like the roof room. It was a loft room, and it was so cold. There was no insulation, nothing. And so I moved to here in a different city, much cheaper, 3 bedroom house. It's great. I absolutely love it. And hey, it's insulated, so it's not freezing cold all the time. So I'm happy. And my wife's happy. She feels the cold like all the time. So she complains less now, which is always good. You need those dampening wall pads. Yeah, I do need the dampening wall pads, but again, if I ask my wife, JC, she will probably be like, what the F are you doing?" So probably not going to happen anytime soon. Lived in a 2 foot box in London for £2,000 a month. Pretty much, Mazaraf. Pretty much. I was I was fortunate enough to be able to buy a flat for a decent price in London. It was a 1 bed flat. I bought it in 2021, so mid-pandemic, because everyone was leaving London. So I was like, well, I'm going to go there. Like, this pandemic's not going to last forever. I'll go there, buy this flat. The prices were low because nobody wanted apartments at the time. So I bought this apartment, 1 bed, like I said, freezing cold though. But 3 years later, I managed to sell it for like 20% more than I bought it. And then I moved to the Midlands where house prices are like 10 times cheaper. So it worked out all right. I was pretty happy with that. I think a good mic will do. Mics nowadays got a lot of tech. Yeah, true. 2000K for a box in London sounds about right. Yeah, I was going to say she might not appreciate sticking stuff all over the walls. Yeah, you know her. You know her. She will not appreciate me sticking shit on the walls. How long have we been streaming? I don't even know. Where can I even see that? I don't see a number anywhere. Does anyone know how long I've been streaming? Hey, JC. JC is in JC is my wife and she's in the chat. Wow. And she's not at home. She's at a restaurant somewhere. Hello, JC. 1 hour, 20 minutes approx. Thanks, Kyra. JC dot dot dot. Okay. Sorry. You know it's expensive in London when buskers have card machines with a minimum donation of £3.50 or whatever it was when I was there 2 weeks ago. Yeah, the buskers do take card now. I'm spying on you. My wife's spying on me, guys. Can never escape my wife. She's always there, always watching. The missus keeps track if you don't XP waste. She's been really good. Like I've been making YouTube videos for this 2004Scape. It's the first time I've made YouTube videos, and she's just been really encouraging. Just it's not been easy to make them. Like I just don't know what to say in the videos. Kind of like random progress videos. Feel like I'm rambling, but she's like, "Oh, just keep doing it. You'll get better." So yeah, appreciate the encouragement. Your sister is with me too. Yeah, my sister's with my wife. Hello, sister. My entire family is there now. Yeah, they're all gathered around a small phone, listening to me stream like an idiot. Uh, Big sister is watching you. Yeah. JC, how was the restaurant? You went for Korean barbecue. She went without me. My wife went to Korean barbecue without me. It's heartbreaking. How was it? Good, way too salty. Yeah. Was it the I guess that they season it with like a spicy kind of sauce, don't they? Was that too salty? JC, your pineapple plant is growing successfully. Did we give you a pineapple plant shoot? Hey, 38 ranged. Wow. Guys, if you've just joined the stream, I'm aiming for 40 ranged at cows, trying to get some crafting levels at the same time. Thank you, Carsten. Thank you. Why, why are you guys killing horses? It's not horses, JC. This is cows. Come on. You can tell she doesn't play RuneScape. It's cows. JC, where are you? Are you at home? Are you? I don't even know if you're home yet. Maybe. Very cryptic. 293129. I think those are cows. Yeah, they are cows. You gave me like five plants. Yeah, but I don't remember giving you a pineapple plant, man. That's cool. When the cats were here. Cool. What's everyone doing, guys? You're playing 2004Scape? A lot of people watching. What are you all up to? Being quiet. Yeah, it's the best plan. Cool. Hey, Mazerath got 800 total and 65 making. Well done, well done. That is 800 total. That's nice. I'm way off there. I need another 107 levels. Good job. Good job. I have to lock all the plants away from cats. Are they eating? Are they eating it, Shu, or are they just destroying them? What are they doing? Shu is drinking beer. Me too. I'm having a beer. Beer and Moretti. This guy in New Era, he's buying bronze arrows, so he keeps logging in and out, logging in and out. He's now my bronze arrow supplier. Yep, eating. They're very dumb. Okay, yeah. Got to go. Bye. Have fun. See you later, JC. So what do you think, guys? I've got 50 attack, 51 strength, and 50 defense. I want to train some melee. I'm thinking still I should be doing Chaos Giants, Chaos Giants? Hill Giants. What the hell's a Chaos Giant? I should be doing Hill Giants before going to Moss Giants. The benefit of doing Hill Giants is get limp wet roots and also quicker to get prayer up because they're killed faster. You're fine for Moss now, I think. What what do Moss Giants actually drop? Are they good for like cash? Better drops for sure. Better drops maybe, but like they're slower to kill, I guess, because they're quite a lot higher levels, aren't they, compared to Hill Giants? I can kill a Hill Giant pretty quick. I also don't have 55 magic yet. So I think some Moss Giant stuff you need to alk right? Might be worth me getting 55 magic first. Nearly getting the hit points level as well. Be on the next inventory. Aiming for base 60 melees this weekend and 50 range. Good goal, casting. So how many levels in total is that? How far are you away from that? 41 attack, 50 strength, 40 defense, 40 range. Ooh, okay. It's a pretty big grind. Are you going to do it? Where are you going to do it? Hill Giants and Moss Giants? Hill, Moss, and Ice, yeah. I've seen a lot of people posting screenshots of Ice Giants, saw a few YouTube videos as well. Seems to be growing in popularity. They don't drop. Do they drop big bones? They don't. The Giants do, but the Ice Warriors don't, right? Warriors shit out mats. Okay, didn't know that. You know, Dark Wizards are surprisingly good for Matrix. I don't know if you saw my one of my latest progress videos, but I did. I was putting willows in Draenor and killing the Dark Wizards as they respawned, and like over. I mean, it was like 4 hours, 5 hours, but I managed to get like 100 nature, 100. I think it was 120, 130 nature runes just whilst cutting willows. It wasn't much extra work, and in the wilderness, like level 7, just north of the mind altar, there is a massive group of dark wizards. So I was thinking of going there and farming runes because yeah, they really do shit out nature runes. They basically drop like every kind of rune. I think I've got like 20 lore runes as well over a 4 hour period. And obviously I was focusing on killing not killing, chopping willows. I still got like 20 laws, 120 nats. So imagine if you're just focusing purely on killing dark wizards. I think it's like quietly one of the best money makers in free to play. That's my theory. I might do like 55 defense dark wizards or something. See how it goes. I'll make a video about it. So what's the biggest thing everyone's looking forward to in members? Like, say the first week, what are you going to be doing and what is it that you're looking forward to doing? Doing a ton of quests. Yeah, I think my focus is going to be quests as well. I can't say I enjoy quests. Like, I really don't enjoy quests. It's partly why I want to get them out of the way, but they give you some nice starting levels for those members' skills. Second channel of Slayer Music has 04 guides. Yes, that's a good shout. Not quite sure what my goals are pre-P2B, but I posted my stats with 80 total, screenshot in Garlic's achievements tab. I think I'm going to do some mining, smithing now. Post P2B, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I'm at 800 total. Let me have a look. Let me see your stats. Garlic's achievements. I'm in that server. Oh, nice stats, man. I was thinking of maybe going for 76 fishing, um, because sharks are going to be decent money makers. Um, and it's like, because I keep saying it, I work from home and I can do AFK stuff. I feel like sharks are a good substitute for woodcutting, because they're pretty slow to do and the resource is not like limited by number of people like mining. Woodcutting to some extent is limited because the more people chopping a tree, the more likely it's to fall, right? I think that's right. But with fishing, I don't think that's the case. So it might be good. Yeah, do sharks. I really think so. I work from home 2 days a week, so I do some AFK gathering skills, usually during work. Yeah, it's the way to go, man. You know what, if there was, I think, let me think. If there was one thing I could have from more modern RuneScape, I think it would be the logout timer being slightly longer. I think that would be the main thing. Fishing is probably the best because you don't contest for spots, you share them. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think it's fishing and just like, I was going to say melee. If you can find a good spot for melee training, can be okay. But yeah, you're fighting for resources potentially, so it's not great. But yeah, fishing sharks, you're not having a fight for the spots. So that's good. Um, I love the logout timer. Casting, why? On OSRS, you have a small chance the one you talk to is actually looking. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, I think what makes this game really good is people actually talk. I've not played old school for such a long time, but even when I played like 10 years ago, people weren't really talking as much, because everyone's doing their own thing. Whereas here, with this game, you're kind of forced to look at least every 90 seconds, if not more. So people do respond when you chat to them. That's awesome. This is an actual MMO. Yeah, for sure. When I think MMO, the RuneScape is what I think of, and it's like of this era because like I really, like I've said it, I've not played old school loads, especially recently. I've logged in every now and then. I've got an Iron Man that's very mid level. I can do barrows almost, um, but like it doesn't feel like RuneScape anymore. This feels more like RuneScape to me. And I made a Twitter account recently because of 2004Scape. I was like, oh, if I'm making a YouTube channel, I should probably like make a Twitter. I was going all out. Never really used Twitter before, but I was just looking at like screenshots of old school, and now I'm making 2004Scape content. Like old school stuff pops up, and I never really watch that stuff, but It just looks so complicated with all the rune light stuff. I probably sound like such a noob, but yeah, I just look at it. It just look basically to me, it looks like RuneScape 3. Like it sounds silly, but because RuneScape 3 is highly complex, you can configure the inventory, you can configure all the interface elements, right? Um, Basically, you're doing that with Rune Light. So it's just over the top. I don't like it. The most prototypical MMO is old World of Warcraft, probably. Um, I definitely think World of Warcraft spawned a lot of MMOs that kind of looked like WoW, right? And so that's probably, yeah. If you think MMO, I can see why you might think World of Warcraft. Not that I've played any MMO in my life, yeah. I never really got into WoW. I think I did the trial back in like 2006 or something when it was out. You could do like up to level 10 or something, and I just didn't get it. I was way into RuneScape at that time. And it's just like, yeah, RuneScape's the game for me, not this WoW thing. You don't need to think playing OSRS anymore. All the plugins do that for you. Yeah, yeah, that is so true. You know what I've also noticed is there seems to be a lot of people who play old school that actually weren't playing back in the day, like back in the day being like, 2007, which is where old school was really rooted from, right? There's like actual new people, which just surprises me. Like, and they're young, like it's like young people, like 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds playing old school. And it's just like, old school's the game, right? There was nothing before that for them. I find that kind of crazy. So they look at 2004Scape, and that is like it's completely alien to them. Whereas for me, it's like the opposite. That's why OSRS is different to O4. OSRS is attracting new players, which I'm not sure we will get many to come and play O4. Yeah, it's definitely it's a game. This 2004 is a game for people who played 2004 and people who might be interested in knowing what it was like. But I think if you grew up playing old school or RuneScape 3 and you come to this, it's just I can see why it might not be a game for you. I can understand that. Hey, 42 crafting. Probably about six or seven more inventories, and then I'll get 40 range. So I guess I should get at least one more crafting level as well. JC's back. I can hear she's back in the house. She's downstairs. Why don't you pick up those steaks on the floor? Um, Steaks aren't so good. Not so useful. I could kill for a real steak though. What kind of content do you guys want to see on 2004 Scape? I think most people are making progress videos, and I've only made progress videos. This is the first time I'm streaming and kind of just gaining levels. That seems like what most streams are, just people like leveling up and stuff. You've seen a lot of like 1,000 kills of hill giants, 1,000 kills of lesser demons. I've seen videos about like interesting methods of gaining. gaining levels. But I've seen a lot of quest guides, but like, what else? What else could we do? Is there anything you guys want to see? Same also made one progress video. PKing moneymakers. Yes, PKing videos are definitely going to become more of a thing. I think when we get to pay to play, get some higher levels. Money makers. You know, the first video I actually made, probably like nearly 2 weeks ago now, was a predictions about pay to play money making methods. And that's got like 500 views, which for me is like insane. Like, and that video, in my opinion, that video is terrible. Like, it was me rambling, like literally rambling, kind of like I'm doing now. And but I didn't really know what I was talking about. I was saying like, oh yeah, fletching probably wouldn't be good money. I'm like, now I'm sitting here sitting on 3K U logs waiting to make like loads of money from fletching because I know like, oh yeah, I can just out them, right? So obviously fletching, I was wrong about fletching. I said stuff like, oh, crafting might be useful for jewelry, just glories. I didn't think of Ring of Wealth. Like there's loads of stuff I missed, but that's my best video. So like it feels like the money making ones are super popular. While with free to play, there's not really much diversity in content. Yeah, that's true. And you know, to a certain extent, I think it's actually true of pay to play as well because there's really not much in pay to play. There's four new skills. There's a handful of new monsters, but there's not much. There's not much left. There's not much there. Misinformation for profits. Yeah. Can you remake that one? Yeah, I could. I could remake the money making predictions. It'd be less of a predictions and more. I guess it's still predictions, but it's more informed. So it could be more of a video of like, what am I planning to do for money making? Reflection, yeah, reflecting on the last few weeks. Um, I think a video about how money making has changed in free to play could be interesting. What do you guys think? Because I think it's like farming, well, smithing, for example. If you got a high smithing level in the early days, like really high, you made loads of money. Those people who are like 90 smithing are like so rich now. But now it's not. Now it's not so profitable, I guess. Smithing's just like really costly. Bowstrings will be expensive for fletching, but there's no way to keep up with fletching demand, to be honest. Yeah, I think bowstrings will always be a decent moneymaker. I'm going to try a clickbaity video. Got an idea? Yeah, go for it, man. The clickbaity videos do so well. um, you know, when used to play, I used to be like a merchanter, and I used to just hop worlds, buy seeds, buy herbs, and hop world again, sell them for like a lot more. Get away from me, swarm, get away. Um, I used to just merchant all the time. I used to buy runes, used to buy barrows and flip it and stuff like that. This is like 2005, 2006. Falador, Park, World 2, if you know, you know. World 1 Varrock. I used to do all that. And then I used to look down on money making methods like bowstrings or cowhides and all this stuff. But what's interesting now, you go to World 1, you see there's the same faces there, and they are clearly they're merchanting. But I just feel like right now at the stage of the game's development, getting skills up is actually the way to go. Like, yes, you might not make as much money as merchanting, but right now, because there's not much money in the game, and faster money making methods will come with members, merchanting is a bit of a waste of time because you're just going to be behind on the skill grind. If merchanting is what you play for, that's fine, but it just feels like a bit of a waste now. Flats, so talking of bowstrings, flats picking is going to be a bit different in pay to play 2004. So it's like one pick of the flax makes the flax disappear. I think in old school in RuneScape 3, you can pick it like 3 or 4 times and then it disappears. So that means competition's more important, which again it limits the supply of bowstrings, keeping the price inflated. People like me need bowstrings for making my yew long bows, so the demand is going to be super high. So yeah, bowstrings for a long time is going to be a good, at least a good starting method of making cash. But I think it's still just generally going to be a good money making method. In pay to play, there'll be so much GP coming in. The essential value of GP is going to decrease with the massive influx due to come into the economy after pay to play. So I agree with skilling being more valuable. We'll definitely see some sort of inflation on some things. Yeah, for sure. Um, I think what might happen is um, things like essence. There'll be still a demand for essence, so the price will keep up. It might even go up a bit more, especially with nature runes being in the game. Law rune, law altar coming later. The essence will always be in demand, and because there's more cash in the game, people have more money to spend on it. So things like that will go up. Herbs will be really expensive, and with more money pumping in every day, and people competing to get a high level herb level, they will keep up. But things like rune armor, more coming into the game every day, especially through like clue scrolls, that will deflate. If we consider most GP coming into the game at the moment, it's probably through mining and smithing, and then alchemy items. In Pay-to-Win, there's going to be a lot more ways to get out. Yeah, yeah, for sure. The main way is really fletching, right? If I can, so I've got a stack of 3k U logs, make them into U longs, and alch them. You can alch like what, like 1.1k an hour if you're being most efficient, something like that. So that's nearly 1 mil per hour for one guy alching U longbows, and I'm not the only guy doing it. There's loads of people doing it. So the amount of cash coming into the game is going to be insane. But there's no real, I guess at this era, there's not really any money sinks, right? There's no GP sink. I guess in old school these days, you have a tax on the Grand Exchange, for example. I think, right? It's a new thing, but that takes money out of the game. You've got like if you make a bond tradable, you have to pay to do that. That takes money out of the game. But in 2004, what is that? It's like I guess there's more risk in 2004. So if you die, you have like 60 seconds. Oh, shade. You have 60 seconds to go get your shit back, or 120 seconds, right? So that's you could lose stuff like that, but I don't think that's enough to really outweigh the amount of gold coming into the game. Shops if people use up the resource. What do you mean, shops? Oh, right, shops like you buy stuff from the shops. Yeah, like I think dragon longswords, 100k each. That'll take some money out of the game in the early days. That's true. Yeah, 1.2k outs per hour with no ticks missed. Yeah, runes. Yeah. I honestly think we'll see something similar to reverse inflation, whereas at first we'll see as more items come in, value will decrease, but we'll hit a point where there will be a lot of GP. So rare items will increase drastically. But at first we'll see as more items come in, value will decrease. Okay, but we will hit a point where there will be a lot of GP, and so yeah, I guess that makes sense. How good of a moneymaker do you think Herblore will be for those guys who get, say, is it 34 Herblore for prayer potions? Like prayer potions are going to be decent cash, I guess. You need them for KBD, you need them for PKing, like deep wilderness PKing. You need them for. Um, what else you got? You got like super attack, super strength. For anyone who gets the level quick enough, you're going to make some good cash with that. But if you're late to the game, Herblore is just such a feels like a money sink in itself. Like obviously, the cash is going to another player, but on a personal level, you're just wasting wasting cash training Herbal. We're going to find when new updates hit, you might see some crazy prices for items, but that's just because of the extra GP sitting around. Yeah, I agree. Prayer pots are 38, but I think that they'll be making too much apart from the first few days. Yeah. Yeah, I think again it's limited by the supply of herbs coming into the game. So you need what's it, Ranar and snake grass. Ranars can be farmed at Chaos Druids. Um, are they are people going to consume them, the prayer pots themselves, quicker than they can farm them? Probably not. So the price will come down a bit, I guess. These days, getting 38 isn't too hard, even for someone solo collecting and creating their own pots. You can get 38 in a day or two. I don't know, like a day or two. If I agree. If it was like a month into members, a day or two is probably realistic. But with the amount of people saying they're going to be camping Chaos Druids, like I think it's going to be a bit harder because really there's not many that many other sources for herbs. One item I love in pay to play is Ring of Life. Yes, I'm gonna get. That's one of the first things I'll get, I guess, because I do a lot of AFKing during the workday. So Ring of Life would be nice, just in case. If anyone has the items to make a Ring of Wealth and needs one, I can make them free of charge. Oh, that's awesome! I'll take you up on that offer if I find a Dragon Stone. Ring of Wealth is. I think in 2004, 2005, people just didn't understand what the Ring of Wealth did. Like it wasn't clear. So you'd carry one, just you think, oh yeah, I get extra GP or something, but nobody actually knew what it did. But it's low key one of the most important. If you're interested in getting those super rare drops, like like Dragon Square Shield, DMed, I guess, from Fire Giants, like Ring of Wealth is crucial. Yeah, Ring of Wealth is really OP in this time frame, knowing what we know about him now. Yeah, for sure, for sure. If I can get my hands on one, I'll definitely. If I get a Dragonstone, I'll be messaging you straight away in Mazerath. I guess crystal key hearts aren't that difficult to get. I seem to get them quite often, right? So Dragonstone should be quite easy to get. It may even be more important than getting a glory first, depending on what you plan to do. That is. Yeah, I agree with that. Glory's like it's marginally better than like a power army, really, or strength army, right? Like plus 10. Is it plus 10 old stats? Glory. 6 strength bonus. I mean, it's got like obviously the teleport functionality on the glory, but if you're doing melee training and you've got a ring of wealth, I think it's the DPS gain you will get from a glory is like not as good as the potential for getting those super rare drops. I think glory is plus 8. We need to check. Yeah, I think you might be right. When did Amulet of Fury come out? Was that 2005? Still got a while for that. Glory is plus 10 attack bonuses and plus 6 strength, plus 3 prayer. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. Yeah, right now I'm rocking an amulet of accuracy. I just, I'm so poor. I don't want to go get a power amulet because I'm only doing range till 40. So I'll just stick with the amulet of accuracy. I've got a strength amulet which I use for melee. Um, I've been using the accuracy for ranged and magic. I can actually make magic amulets now, but again, bank space as well. Like space free to play is such a premium. I just don't want to get all the amulets. Glories will find great value upon Abyss release. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, because people used to essentially stack crap loads of glories, didn't they? Because you go to the Abyss, you craft your nature runes or whatever it was you were crafting, and then you'd teleport to Edgeville with the glory. So 100%, yeah. I think Abyss is 2005, isn't it? I got all best in slot besides Rune Kite. Austin, wow. Yeah, crafting Natural Laws is OP for sure. It's O5, yeah. It's not too hard. Yeah, Kite Shield is. You said you haven't got the Kite Shield, yeah. Why is Kite Shield so expensive? Is it because it's the only source of smithing right now? Smith is extorting the market, yeah. Well, I mean, they worked for it, man. I don't blame them. Like, if you have the ability to work that hard to get the smithing level, good, they should get some reward. That is a hell of a grind. I refuse to even pay 30k for Rune Skim, so Rune Kai is far beyond my thoughts. Yeah, I think you can get Rune Skim for 30k now, right? Is it still a bit higher than that? I can't remember what I paid for mine. I think it wasn't far from 30k. I know. What's his name? Dead Botting, the one of the top players. He was selling them 25k each the other day. Rune Skim. He changed his price to 35k. Oh, yeah. Well, again, he's been grinding. People like him, they've been grinding so hard. Like they could judge what they want. I don't mind. Good for them. It must be so expensive to actually like maintain like those top few leaderboard positions because like it's just the only way to gain levels fast at like smithing and stuff. You've got to spend money, right? Crafting's the same. So to compete, you just need a huge stack of cash. 25k I would push. Rune Sword isn't too bad anyway. Yeah, we're only like a few days away from members, so anyone without a rune scheme is say it's just what either wait till members and it'll be cheaper, or I think even before members comes out, you're just going to see the price plummet because people are just going to anyone who's been stocking them. I'm sure there's a lot of merchants who've stocked up on them to like flip, and they'll be like panicking because the supply is going to increase, so they'll dump them. The price will come down. So wait a few days, they get cheaper in skin. Rune Axe has come down a lot. I managed to get one the other day. It's probably like 4 days ago now for 19k. But that when I first joined, like just over 2 weeks ago, it's like over 100k. Rune kite plate and legs will go down thanks to clues. Yeah, yeah, that's right. It also depends though on if the members release is really successful and you get say a lot of like I guess old school content creators making content and Jagex doesn't take down the game, then you're going to see a massive influx of low level players. They're going to need rune, so it keeps the price up a bit, I guess. What do you think? I mean, Kite Shield will obviously come down. Kite Shield's just outrageous, but The other stuff. I also don't expect Black D'hide and Magic Shortbow to be too expensive thanks to clues. Yeah, I think at least with the Magic Shortbow, well, for both items, Magic Shortbow especially, fletching is such an easy skill to train. So I think Magic Shortbow is going to be fairly cheap regardless. Black D'hide, a bit more expensive because you need to get the Black D'hides themselves, or yeah, get them from clues. I remember when I used to play a long time ago. Me and my cousin, we used to farm hard clues from hellhounds. I was like, oh, I can maybe do that again. And then I just looked them up, the hellhounds, just to see what level they were. It's like they're level 120. Like farming them is actually a 39 ranging, just one level to go. Yeah, farming hellhounds, that's going to be not easy at all. I was like, okay, especially because we don't have like good equipment, really. I mean, you've got like um, maybe a cannon. Like cannon is cannon good at hellhounds? Like cannon's expensive, but hellhounds might be one of the only use cases where it might make sense just to farm the hard clues. Yeah, it's a different game farming hellhounds in full room rather than barrows like in old school. Yeah, do people still farm hellhounds then? Is that a thing? I don't really play old school. Is that like the best source of hard still? They don't really farm, but it's a common slayer. So that's yeah, true, true. Like I don't know what the best technique would be to kill hellhounds because they're like super high attack, right? So they're gonna eat through your rune armor. Um, you're not gonna last long. You're gonna need good food, really high defense level, and even then, you wouldn't last long. So I feel like farming hard clues in general, or just doing hard clues, is going to be much rarer than we think it is. So any rewards from there are going to be quite rare. So like Fashionscape god armors like Saradomin, Zamorak, Rune stuff like Rune G, all this stuff's going to be way rarer. Black calves, tan calves, all these cavalier stuff. So do you guys, when you play old school, when you play 2004 Scape, do you guys usually just like watch streams or like watch YouTube videos? Like what do you usually do when playing? Netflix or YouTube? Yeah. Is there anything good on Netflix right now? I haven't watched it yet, but a trailer for Black Mirror, new Black Mirror season. I'm a fan of that. So it's season 7. Anything else good coming up? I just started watching the American version of Shameless. It's a completely different show. Yeah, I, I, I never got into the UK Shameless. I used to catch it on, was it Channel 4 or something, occasionally. But like, yeah, I don't know how that show would really work or translate to America. So quite interesting I'd be interested to see how they've done that. Thanks for tuning in, Carsten. Good to see you. Good to chat. Catch you in game sometime. Have a good one. Yeah, add me, man. I'll chat to you in game. Yeah, in America, it's based in Chicago. Okay. Chicago's, I've never been to Chicago. As a kid, I used to think, oh, Chicago, that sounds like a cool place. But all I see these days is like negative stuff about Chicago. Is it really a dangerous place? I know there's a lot of like gun crime and stuff there, but like, what's it actually like on the ground? I wonder. Netflix is sparse on content. Hmm. I leech off my sister's Netflix. Honestly, I don't. I just watch it whenever. If there's something specific I want to watch, then I'll log into her Netflix and watch it. I don't really have my own subscription. It follows the same main storyline, but heavily Americanized. Okay, I think they did the same with. So if you remember The Office, it started in the UK, right? The first few episodes of the American Office were literally pretty much word for word the UK ones. Like some gags were slightly different, but it was pretty much the same thing. Then I think they went off on their own route. Same thing happened with I think the In-Betweeners. So they made American spin-off. I think the early episodes were the same there. I didn't really watch much of it, but um, so yeah, I can see why they might do the same thing with Shameless. I might rewatch Peep Show. Yes, Peep Show. You know what I used to do with Peep Show? It's like for me, it was a perfect show that I would put on just to go to sleep. So I'd stick it on, I'd be watching it, and then like 20 minutes later, I'd be guaranteed to be asleep. So I don't think I've actually watched a full episode of Peep Show all the way through, but I do love it. It's such a good show. It was a joke, Mark, a Christmas joke. Yes, yes. Hello, Garlic. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Garlic is a. You are inspirational. You've inspired me to make a stream. This is the first time I'm doing this. You and Hurley, I watch your streams and I was like, I can do that. Let me try it. Thanks, man. Thanks for making great content. Honestly, Garlic, you make really good stuff. Um, Not just the progress. I like how you make your progress video is not just a progress video. It's kind of you have something to talk about, and that's like the focus of it. And then you tag on the progress stuff. Like that's a really nice way of doing it. And it mix it up a bit. Like my progress video is like, oh yeah, I got this level, got that level, blah blah blah. Yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. But yours are like really well thought out. You know you've edited it really well. You've got all like the animations on screen with all the text and stuff. Like it's awesome. Good job. Who let garlic in my arch nemesis? Phew. Lol, that's how you watch most things by being asleep through most of it. Yeah, yeah. Um, I do tend to sleep through a lot of movies and TV shows. I can't stay awake. I don't know why. I just can't. Honestly, I'm just too lazy to record loads of clips. I'd rather ramble about a topic and put info on the screen. Yeah, man, you do a good job of it. I really love it. Every time I see a new garlic video drop, it's like first thing I watch. Good stuff. I think what I struggle with is like planning what I'm going to say. Even in the progress videos, like I'll start recording a clip. I don't really have an idea of what I'm going to say. I'm just like, oh yeah, there's the level. Maybe I'm going to go do this now, and then I go do that. It's like what I do is almost informed by what I say in the clip, rather than me like thinking ahead, which I need to stop doing because I like, oh yeah, I'm going to go chop, I don't know, willow trees now, and then I'm like, well, I've made that clip and I've already kind of semi-edited the video, so I better go do that now. And I don't really want to do it. What are you up to anyway, Garlic? What have you been doing today? Have you been streaming? Not today, AFK'd at work, but tonight was time with the GF. Cool, man. That's cool. What were you AFKing? I know you did you mentioned in your video you did a lot of rune essence whilst AFKing. You still doing that or something else? Garlic, Paolo says we could do a LAN party, you're invited. Yes, Garlic, we know you're not too far away. I'm in the East Midlands, I'm in Nottingham, so you seem to be nearby. Somewhere in the West Midlands probably. Let's do it. Let's have a LAN party. First 2004 Fest. Up to 58 attack, finally knocked out 50 smithing. Nice. That 50 smithing was a big. You were mentioning that a lot, so I'm happy for you, man. Well done. I didn't realise you're in UK. Haha. I drove to Nottingham last year to go Warhammer World. Is there actually a Warhammer World here? I didn't even know that. I know Warhammer's based in Nottingham, the headquarters is here and everything. I didn't realise there's a Warhammer World. That's awesome. I should check that out. How was it? Was it good? Yeah, Warhammer World is where they have their head office. It was cool. They got loads of dioramas set up with pro painted stuff. That's cool. Worth a trip if you're nearby and like nerdy miniatures. Yeah, I may as well go, right? It's just literally down the road. I was never into Warhammer, I would say that, but when I was about 10 or 11, so when I first started playing RuneScape, it's like 2004, 5, I had like a couple of sets. I had like this Lord of the Rings one, I had some like Space Marines or something, very basic sets. Painted those like a complete amateur, like so rubbish. But my dad was cleaning out his garage the other day, and he pulled out my old set. Like they were still in the boxes, all the paints were still there. And I was just looking at the figures, like I just smiled. They were so poorly painted, but I just remember sitting at like the kitchen table when I was 10, painting these figures, and that was literally at that time would have been the time I first discovered RuneScape and first kind of played this game that I'm playing right now. So that's yeah, it's a good memory. 2004 Fest sounds a bit like an infamous rainforest. Rainforest. I don't know what that is, Shu, but I can imagine what it might be. Yeah, I used to suck at painting, got quite good as I got older, but not done any for a while now. Do you mean Runefest? Yeah, I've thought about getting into like painting stuff. Now I'm an old man. Like, lunchtimes, just get the old paint set out, get a magnifying glass out, and get decent at it. I was when I was an intern at a company about when was it? Nearly 10 years ago now. And there was an older guy who literally he'd pull out his Warhammer set at lunchtime at his desk, get his magnifying glass out, get like a really strong light, and he'd just be painting these Warhammers. At the time, I was like, "What the heck?" Like, but yeah, I think I get the appeal now. Your sound quality is crashing harder than the stock market right now. Oh boy, is it really? Is it that bad? Sorry, guys. I need to get a good mic. Have you got any mic recommendations? Let me know. I don't want to spend a lot of money, but definitely want to upgrade the setup because right now I'm just using some AirPods. And these AirPods were dropped in Curry about 4 months ago. And since I dropped them in Curry, they have not been performing the best. O4 Landfest coming soon to the Midlands near you. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Internet Historian made a video on it. Furry convention, okay. Yeah, I thought that's what it might be. What a legend gave no fucks. Yeah. The guy, he was so cool. He really didn't care. Like, he was like, I don't know, like 50, and he'd just be painting these Warhammers. He even set up like an after work, what do you call it? Dungeons and Dragons thing. Um, I went along for the first time, played like Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't think I'd be into it, but it was pretty good. But I only managed to go to 2 sessions because then I finished the internship. Um, yeah. Mouse clicks are kind of loud, not going to lie. Let me see. Maybe my input might have changed for some reason. No, it's still the AirPods. Yeah, I think what I need to do is get a better mic that isolates the sound a bit better. Hopefully minimizes the mouse clicks, but also it could be the mouse. I've got a MX Master 3 and the clicks are quite loud. I know they do the 3S now, and they're silent clicks. I'm DMing my D&D game. I said they've been playing for years. That's cool, man. I don't really know anyone who plays, otherwise I'd totally be up for trying it. No doubt. I just thought I'd mention because audio quality was brought up. Yeah, man, totally. Give me feedback. This is like my first stream. I have no idea what's good or what's bad. Um, I think top of the list is get a mic. I need to. This room is really empty and it's got really high ceilings, so there's a bit of an echo. So maybe some more soft furnishings or some sound isolating stuff would be good. I need to learn how to use OBS a bit better because right now I'm like set up like this weird cutout of my screen. I don't know if it's working well or not. I don't have any like garlic actually. Garlic. I noticed you have like pop-ups when people subscribe. Like I'd love to know how to do that. Like I have no idea. I don't think that's happening for me. So yeah, let me know. Like so many small things I'm sure I could tweak. There's a bit of an echo, yeah, but I can still understand you. Good, good. I use Streamlabs for it. All right, cool. You have to forgive me. I don't really watch streams. I've been watching your stream, but I've never really watched streams, so I have no idea if that's anything. So let me write it down. Streamlabs. I'll look into that. Yeah, I'm new to everything. I'm new to making videos, new to doing streaming. But it's fun. It's good to just chat to people. I'm sure you know you've been streaming for a couple of weeks now, right, Garlic? Did you make videos and do streaming before 2004Scape? Like when I ask people that question, I like don't know if I'm being silly because I know there is a lot of big old school content creators playing, but because I don't play old school, I don't know any old school content creators. So like I don't know, like Dead Botting, right? He's ranked number two. I didn't realize like he's a famous old school player. I think he's like, is it Dead Man Mode? He won or something, and like, but I was just chatting to him like like any other guy, kind of normal to me. But like, there's a lot of big players, and I'm just like I'm such a noob. I have no idea who anyone is. Yeah, I did OSRS, Cafe Exile for 3 or 4 years on Twitch and different YouTube. Wow, yeah, that's cool, man. What's your biggest piece of advice for, I guess, both for video making and for streaming? Is there any pieces of advice you could give? Something you've learned? Like the one tip to rule them all sort of thing? Never popped off with it, but 2004 Scape has been great. Okay, yeah. I mean, 2004 Scape has such a good community. You were saying it, I think it was you saying it in your stream yesterday, like what makes this game great? It's not only obviously the nostalgia, but it's just the community. It's really nice. Not seeing really many negative people at all. You would say do what you find fun so you don't burn out and be yourself. It's cliche, but it's cliche for a reason. So yeah, that sounds about right, I guess. Yeah. Like I think I've been making a few videos, right? I've already found myself catching myself like, oh, what should the next video be? And like getting way too into like, oh, I should be making like this different kind of video, stuff like that. It's like, but ultimately, what I'm enjoying is just playing the game, getting the levels, and I can see like sometimes, um, like trying to think too much about making a video is like taking away from the fun, if that makes sense. But this streaming's pretty fun. Like I could get into this. Um, yeah. Also try not to be a perfectionist. I didn't upload for ages because I couldn't get my first video perfect. But you just got to upload stuff and you get better. Yeah, I I would 100% agree with that. Um, I've always said to myself, oh, I should make a YouTube video of some kind. Not necessarily like a game. It could be like I'm quite interested in like personal finance, stuff like that, like those kind of videos, or literally anything. And I've always said, oh yeah, at some point I'll do that. At some point I'll do that. I just never do it because I'm like, oh, it has to be like perfect. I don't want to be that guy with the shitty mic. Hello, here I am today with the shitty mic, but I don't want to be that guy. I don't want it like poorly edited, all this stuff, and you just don't end up doing it. Whereas, I've made like four videos now on 2004Scape. They're all pretty bad, but I feel like they're getting better, and I look at the analytics, get inspiration from other people, and it's you learn from it. So can't learn how to improve if you're not doing it. 100%. That's so true. Did you get hit with the new Vanguard fees? Yes, I did. Um, Not good. I think it's not too bad for me because I transferred all my pensions into Vanguard, so the fees are okay when you've got a higher balance. But my wife, she has a much lower balance, so it doesn't make as much sense. So I need to look for a kind of alternative option. If you got any recommendations, let me know. I think with the Vanguard stuff, it was they're all the Vanguard in the US is all about oh yeah we reinvest our profits to make fees low for everyone. We're owned by the people who own the shares, but that's only true for the US. In the UK, it's essentially you can I think the US Canada you can view our Vanguard as what actually keeps fees low for the US customers because we're their profit base. Um, it's a shame, but it's kind of the reality. Yeah, I was going to switch, but it's not horrible, so I just stuck with it because their index fund has done really well for me. Yeah, a lot of their funds doing pretty good. I think I've just got most of my stuff in the all world all world index. Not been doing too well the last couple of months though, but swings and roundabouts had a good few years, so it's not too bad. FTSE Global All Cap, hell yeah, that's the one. I was looking at gold prices the other day. I think about a year and a half ago, I was considering starting to buy gold monthly as like a 10% of my investment, 5% of my investment per month will be in gold. I've just been looking at gold prices the last few weeks. I'm just kicking myself because they're like more than doubled in a year and a half. Like last week, I was like, oh, maybe I should buy a gold coin, gold sovereign. They're like at the time, they're like £550. I was like, nah, they're not going to go up anymore. Literally a week later, £570. It's like it's just up and up and up. Got to be careful saying that on RuneScape related stuff. Buying gold, oh god, yeah. That's yes, no. I'm not buying RuneScape gold. Real gold, guys. Real gold. I wonder how much. Just, I'm not going to buy 2004Scape Gold, but like, how much does 1 mil go for? Like, how much are people actually selling that for? Because 1 mil, 1 mil is a lot of money right now. It won't be much money in pay to play, but right now, 1 mil can get you so many smithing levels, crafting levels, all sorts, green crafting levels. I bet it costs quite a lot of money to get 1 mil. And to reiterate, I'm not going to go and buy 1 mil. I promise. Don't ban me, Pizzazz. Thank you. I love your game. I think as soon as I get 14 range, guys, I'm probably gonna um, probably finish up for tonight. But that should get me to what we got 1.4k. It's another two inventories of cow hides. Should get me to 43 crafting. It's been a long stream. I didn't think I'd be streaming for as long as I have. The Emperor, sure he can spawn you some for the right price. I wonder if he does have a price. That'd be something. I've not seen him in game. Does he actually? Does he love him much? Has anyone seen him? I've seen him do the podcast. I've seen him quite active in not just the main Discord for the server, but also like what's the server called? Uh, Lost Citizens. I've seen him in there, but not seen him in game at all. He doesn't play much now. Yeah, didn't think so. I remember him saying on the podcast he kind of like just focuses on the development, which is fine. I understand that. I said it earlier, but I really wonder how familiar like Andrew Gower and the Gower brothers are with 2004 Skate. I'm sure that they must have seen like some information about like this server. So like I bet they would. I think they'd be all for it. Like they're not going to publicly come out and like praise it. Probably. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't. They're not associated with Jagex anymore. I don't think they're shareholders, but um, yeah, I bet they love it. 2 hours 33 minutes. Wow. Yeah, that's a long stream. For me, that's long. I know Early Garlic, you guys be doing like 4 hour, some 6 hour streams. That's insane. But I guess if he's play testing stuff all the time, he'd probably get bored. Yeah, I think for me, if I was developing this, I'd love to just like log in, chat to people, see how they're doing, how they're finding it. I guess if you're making like a normal private server, you'd want feedback on like, oh, what features do you want to see, stuff like that. But I guess he has a good roadmap. He knows what he's building because it's a preservation server, right? So, but still, just like I'd be curious to explore stuff with the community, chat with them. But yeah, he can do what he wants. Like Penguin Z zeroed stream length. Yeah, I'm not quite to the levels of those guys, Asmongold and all that. 12-hour streams. I don't know how they do it. You said he'll log on and watch people on members launch day. Yeah, I'm sure he's been working hard to get ready for that. But it's hard to plan like server capacity and stuff. Like, right now, how many people are online now? Let's have a look. 945. Yeah, yeah, 945. I reckon we could. Whoa, what happened to my stream? Okay, it's back. Um, we have 945 now. We could have up to like what 2k people maybe pay to play. If the content creators all unleash themselves, we could have a massive spike. So like, is server capacity going to be enough? Is he ready to scale up? If is it easy to scale up? Like these are my questions. I'm a software engineer myself, so we always like have to think like how spiky is traffic going to be and stuff like that. And this is I think this could be really spiky. Early's missing launch day for a stag do. Oh, boo. That's a good reason. That's a good reason. Good enough reason. Um, that's a shame. I'm looking forward to launch day. Going to be a big one. When's your next stream going to be, Garlic? You going to do one maybe tomorrow, or I know you said you're going to be busy over the weekend. Too many stag do's these days. Yes, Shu. Yes, Shu. Yeah, Shu's my friend from school. It's his stag do in July. Going to be good. Probably tomorrow, but not too late because I got D&D on Saturday. Cool, cool. Do you have like a regular group then for the D&D people? Like you've got a group who just come every week, or I like to try and stream just off a video upload to get viewers in. You mean viewers into your video, or viewers in from people who've watched the video? Seems like either way a good tactic. Yeah, if you watch the video, hopefully you see I'm live and click. Yes, that's really cool. I might give that a try. I think you were watching Hurley's stream yesterday where he got like copyright strike or whatever you want to call it during the thing. It just happened to be conveniently when his video uploaded as well. So it's like, oh, his stream died. You like click off, and then you say, oh, Hurley uploaded a video. It's like, ah, okay, you got copyright striked, huh? Are you sure? It's like, it felt very convenient. Yeah, I know it was. It didn't plan it, but it just seemed so convenient. And then it's like as soon as you finish watching the video, he's live again. So it's like it just works so well. All calculated. Yeah, that's what it felt like. I'm not gonna lie. So I mentioned it in your stream yesterday, Garlic. I don't know if you remember, but one of my goals now is to overtake you, and you're not going to be here this weekend, so you got to watch out. I'm 696 total now. You're like nearly 800, right? Something like that. 786 at the moment. Me and Mesa have been racing each other all day. Oof. I've not actually got into like a little mini race mid-table with anyone yet, but I can see that being quite fun. Just being in competition. I think it's cool. Like you can do that. Obviously, the people at the top, Dead Botting and what's his name, Never Lose Bro. They're always like in competition. They can't like let up on it. But you can have that fun like midway through the table. If you find someone at a similar level of you who's a good friend, like you can compete, and that's great. You don't have to be those on the top of the board to do it. It's all part of the fun. Oh God, JC. JC's my wife. If I didn't mention, if you didn't hear before, she'd tell him. Her saying it's late means I should go to bed soon. Um, yeah, I'm nearly 40 range, JC. Nearly there. I just need to kill about 50 more cows and then I'll come to bed. She takes care of me. She takes care of me. If it wasn't for her, I'd probably literally play till like 5 a.m. Have you got JC to cut willows for you yet? I'm sure she would if I asked. Um, how many have you killed already? How many cows have I killed? I don't know. And this probably like I've been streaming for what 2.5 hours. Must be like at least 500. It won't take long to kill 50. Another 10, 10, 15 minutes probably. A lot of cows. Slaughtered them all. Nearly 40 range. Yep, nearly 40 range. I do enjoy a bit of gardening. Um, Garlic, how much do you plan, like, your rambles, like how much you, not, I know they're not scripted, but you must have like a good idea of how much or what kind of things you're going to say. Do you do much planning? Do you like write stuff out and kind of plan the structure of the ramble to a certain extent? Like, how does that work? Basically, just have a few bullet points on what I want to mention, but my opinions are all in the moment. Nice, man. Yeah, I think that's I like, I think that's why I like them so much because they seem like super authentic. They don't seem like, some creators, you listen, you're like, oh, okay, it's good what you're saying, but it feels like you're reading it from script, whereas I don't get that impression with you. So I think that's partly why I really like your videos. I write stuff down like numbers or drop rates because I can't remember them all. Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. My first video was this money making predictions for membership. Hey, 43 crafting. Yeah, money making um, predictions for membership, and it was so badly. It's like, all right, in my mind, it was like I need to make a video. I'm going to get over this perfectionism. I'm just going to be like, okay, let me just make something and ramble. And it truly was a ramble. I didn't think through what I was going to say, and like looking back on the video, it just seems like I just missed so many obvious things. I said some silly stuff things. So it's like a bit of planning is good, but I don't want to be like over scripting it. Thanks. I like to keep it sounding conversational rather than presentation. Yeah, I like that's exactly what I like. So that's great. Although some recent ones feel a bit more presenty because of all the info I put on screen. Um, I wouldn't say so. Like you're putting info on the screen, but I think that helps. They still feel conversational, which is the important part. The stuff on the screen, yeah, I think it just adds to it. It gives how would you say? It feels like the video is just of a higher quality. So, but you still got like what the core value of what's good about your videos, like having that conversational, authentic feel, is still there. So, yeah, keep at it, man. Inspirational. I think it helps you follow what I'm saying rather than zoning out watching me my essence or something the whole video. Yeah, yeah. I think what I like in videos is videos where for the most part, right, where I can listen. Usually, I listen to videos rather than watch them. So something I can listen to and understand and follow without having to look. But if I choose to look, there's some added value there. But it's not a necessary component of the video, if that makes sense. So I listen to a lot of I think like Economics Explained is a channel I watch, or I actually just listen to it because although he puts a lot of infographics and stuff like on the screen, you don't actually have to see them to like follow the video, which is great. And I think your videos fit that perfectly as well. Lots of videos are like that in YouTube now in the informative genre. Yeah, I think it's the way to go. A lot of people listen on the go now as well. Like I tend to, rather than listen to podcasts, I might stick a YouTube video on, put my phone in my pocket whilst I'm walking or whatever, or commuting, for sure. Yeah, my streams are kind of just like a Discord call for people who don't have friends playing, nothing that exciting happening on screen, but some fun combos. Yeah. Yeah, that's what, it's kind of, I see, I see why people might like to stream, like as the streamer. Because if I wasn't talking to you guys, I'd probably have a YouTube video on, um, and I'd be grinding cows all night long, and that would be that. But this is way more fun. I can have a chat with you guys, different people drop in and out, get different perspectives on things. It kills the time a bit more. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But yeah, I need YouTube pumped into my veins to fall asleep, so it helps with the drawing grind so much. The RCing levels just fly by. Yes, RCing. I need to do the rune crafting grind whilst on stream. That is probably the best way to do it, because honestly, doing rune crafting is painful. Oh, 2004Scape did Dragon Slayer. Woohoo! Nice. I'm sure. Hopefully, he didn't die like I did. So, Josh 04Scape. I met him today whilst I was AFK cutting yew trees. Turns out he's a tech recruiter. So he works. He recruits people like me, software engineers, into various roles. And it was just funny because he just started chatting to me. He was like, "Oh, what kind of software do you build? Oh, what languages do you do? Oh, what's your like expected salary?" It became like almost it became like a real recruiter call, but through RuneScape. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" But it was quite funny. He's a really nice guy, so I've added him. He's just he's a lower level, but he's got a high wood getting level. He's just been doing like the quests and stuff. So, but yeah, just to have like a recruiter conversation through PMs on RuneScape, it's just like another level. Um, Forgetting anti D shield was tragic. Yes, yes, it was. If anyone hasn't seen the video, I think it's progress video two. I did Dragon Slayer. I grinded like hell to get there. I did all the quests in pretty much a day. Went there with magic, and I had the Dragonfire shield, and I was just splashing and splashing and splashing. I only had trout. I couldn't safe spot it properly, so I was like, okay, I'll teleport out. I'll come back with melee equipment. So I go to the bank. Um, I get all my gear, but I don't put the anti-fire shield on. I put my Addy kite on and then go back. And I'm like in the video, I'm like, hey, 40 range. There we go with that. All right, cool. Um, yeah, in the video, I'm like pumping myself up, like, here we go, boys. I'm gonna flinch this thing. I'm gonna like take on this dragon. It's gonna be easy peasy. And I was like, there was like a low level already in there, like 20 levels lower than me. I was like, it's gonna be easy. Um, and then I walk in and it just one shots me. It kills me in one shot. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, that was embarrassing. I went and then yeah, so ever since then I've not had like a proper plate body or kite shield. I can't be bothered to spend money on it. Like honestly, it's been fine without it anyway. But yeah, I went back with a rune skim and crucially my anti-fire shield, and it was fine. I managed to managed to kill it, but yeah, it's a bit embarrassing. Um, While I had someone try to recruit me at the pub a few minutes ago. Brilliant. 2004 LinkedIn. Yeah. Recruiters seem to be everywhere now these days, and I just can't believe they're finally coming to RuneScape now. Your Discord incident has become a meme. Did you see the AI song someone posted? But that's no. What? Oh no, I haven't seen that. I need to see that. How is that? How is there an AI song? Oh, good, brilliant. Yeah, I did see people memeing around with it, but I didn't see it. Didn't quite see the AI song. You'll need to send that to me, Garlic. Maybe post it in your server or something. I'm in the server. I'll take a look. All right. Okay. I think I'm going to call it there, guys. I've hit 40 ranged. I did promise my wife I was going to come after 50 cows, so that's 50 cows. But yeah, 10 people watching. I didn't expect that at all. Thanks for watching, guys. Good to chat to you all. I'll do another stream at some point. But yeah, please, if you have any feedback, send me a message on Discord, shoot me a message in game, add me. Happy to chat to people all the time. Yeah, if you've seen my videos, or if you've not, take a look, give me some feedback on those. I really want to get better. Want to just get some good content out and learn with you guys. Just explore with you guys. But yeah, um, have a good one, guys. Happy RuneScaping. See you all soon. Peace.